Tonight on QCTV Sports, as the high school boys hockey season starts to wind down, it's a Northwest Suburban Conference matchup and an Anoka-Hennepin District matchup as the Anoka Tornadoes are hosting the Champlin Park Rebels. Along with Joe Rulin, I'm Jim Erickson, dropping the puck here just minutes away. Both of these teams wrapping up their season. Both teams are looking forward to the sections. Champlin Park's had a great season. Anoka's been building with youth this year, Joe.
They have Anoka tonight and starting to get ready for section play. Need to generate some offense. Meanwhile, Champlin Park, an outstanding season. They lost in overtime to the Andover Huskies earlier this season, but their signature win is a 2-1 win in overtime versus Maple Grove. But tonight I'm interested to see how they respond after their overtime loss up at Duluth East 6-5 in a game in which Williams had 5 goals.
Yeah, and that Champlin Park team could be a team to watch in Section 5AA when you look at their record and their section results as both teams get ready for postseason. It's Anoka, it's Champlin Park, and it's coming up next on QCTV Sports. Back to the fence, and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20-10 touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Yes! Scores on the deflection. The Andover Huskies win their first state championship.
Hey, it's February boys hockey. That means section playoffs less than a couple of weeks away. And here tonight in the Northwest Suburban Conference, it's the Anoka Tornadoes and the Champlin Park Rebels. Hi, everybody, along with Joe Rulin. I'm Jim Erickson from the Anoka Area Ice Arena. As you take a look at the crowd on hand, nice crowd on hand here tonight for late season high school boys hockey. Champlin Park coming in after tonight, just 2 games remaining. Same thing with Anoka, Joe. So it's getting down to crunch time, and both teams obviously have different sections. Both teams have different thoughts going into section play. And we talked about on the top of the broadcast as Champlin Park team. They have visions because of how they've played and some of the teams that they have played and how they've fared against section teams and other top-ranked teams, that they could really be a dark horse, and they could be heading to the X in March.
They are, and just now we're getting the starting lineups mentioned by the PA, so let's join them.
Let's take a look at those starting lineups for head coach Tom Potter and the Champlin Park Rebels. Coach Tom Potter, 72 career wins in now his 5th season. He was a season there where he was the co-head coach. They had 15 wins last year. They're 1 win away from matching last year's win total, Joe.
Yes, they are, but you got to love the grit on this team. They have some top goal scorers as well, but defensively they're playing well, and the blue liners are really starting to step up for the Rebels, and that's always critical come postseason.
Coach Potter told me that both goaltenders, Evan Whipple and Cohen New, have played well. New has played the lion's share of the games. He has 17 decisions. Meanwhile, Evan Whipple is getting the start tonight, has 5 decisions at 4-1-0 and a goals against of .332. Let's take a look at the Anoka starting lineup for their head coach, Ted Michulis, in his first season as the Anoka Tornadoes head coach.
A team that has been outscored this season, 37-115, coming off a tough loss, 11-1 to Centennial. In goal, as you get a look, number 30 is Colin Rosenau. Comes in with goals against of 6.31 and a save percentage of .832. Meanwhile, you get a look at the defense with Parker Nedlin, followed by Joshua Grasky. And bringing up the rest of the line, as they have number 12, Alan Vocati at right wing, and at center will be Fred Hubner, and then followed up by Caden Suka at the left wing.
It's Anoka, it's Champlin Park. The Rebels 14-8-0, the Tornadoes 3-18-0. And now let's get our national anthem before the drop of the puck. Joe, that version of the national anthem will be 1/4 the length of the one that they will sing on Sunday.
I would
in Tempe.
Yeah, I would
or
probably,
Glendale, or wherever that is in the Phoenix suburbs. I guess Glendale is the proper spot.
I would probably say that's pretty accurate. Maybe maybe
even 1/5.
I was
that's
say
a
maybe
fast version. We like that, so we can drop the puck.
I was thinking that same thing.
Standings in the Northwest Suburban Conference.
Gosh.
Those are overall records.
This is an interesting piece because Rogers is. I have Rogers coming in at 12-0. Which would make that the second consecutive season for Rogers that they've been undefeated and won the Northwest Suburban Conference. Speaks a lot of the program and what Dave Brown is doing up there. Meanwhile, Maple Grove currently in second place. And
are you looking at the points, Joe?
I am looking right there at the
23 points. Maple Grove tied. Andover has 22 points.
Yep. And then you
Centennial has 20. So you've got the top 4 teams are all 3 points. And, of course, not everybody plays everybody twice in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Rogers is in that other side of the divisions as some of the other big boys in there, your Andovers and your Maple Groves, etc. So that is where the standings are affected, where a team can actually go undefeated, but another team who actually plays more conference games, Joe's, can actually win the conference championship because of the point system.
Yeah, absolutely. Champlin Park comes in 9-3, and they drop the puck. We're ready to go.
Yeah, we are. Champlin Park has the puck. They're left to right. They're in the dark uniforms here on QCTV, and Anoka, of course, home whites. And the Tornadoes will go back. Their starting defensive pair, Parker Nedlin and Joshua Grasky. In behind their goaltender, Rosenau. To our right here at the Anoka area ice arena. Picked up by Champlin Park, Evan Williams with 24 goals on the season. You don't score 24 goals without shooting a lot. And Evan Williams, as he showed right there, team captain, he gets a good look and he shoots it right in. Rosenau holds on.
Yep, and Williams on his career, 52 goals, 32 assists, and 84-point performer.
That top line, Bernovic, Ron, and Williams. As Anoka able to poke it out to center. Brody Olson, second set of D, starting here tonight for Champlin Park, along with Austin Anderson. It's also noteworthy that Trevor Aberwald, who would be skating with Ron and Williams up front on that top line, is injured, lower body. They expect him back next week. He will be ready for sections.
That first line has tallied 51 goals this season for the Rebels.
If you add in Trevor Aberwald, he has 9 goals, 21 assists, and 30 points. So you put him in there. You know, Bernovic has 22 points. You bump him down to the second line. You put Aberwald back in the lineup for Champlin Park. And you're looking at even more points on that top line. Back to live action here, just underway. The opening 2.5 minutes of this one from the Anoka area ice arena. D to D up high here for Champlin Park. Bouncing puck off of the stick of Warren. Save made by Rosenau. Scramble to his right. Where is that puck? And a shot from his knee by Blodgett. And it bounces back to the near corner. And the Tornadoes can't clear. Shot on net, Bellison. Sticked away by Rosenau and then back out to center. Break chance the other way. Caesar comes in and lost the puck to Bellison. Bellison swings it around here for Champlin Park. Anoka trying to get some offensive zone time in the Champlin Park zone, but instead it comes right out in front of us here at center ice.
Yeah, but you're seeing why the Rebels have been such a different team this year and why, you know, the coaching staff is so happy with the performance that do not give up. And the amount of teams and games, unfortunately, that they've lost by 1 goal this season. But still, an impressive season and a good win total.
Champlin Park in their own zone. Up to the point. One-time shot by Warren. Pad save Rosenau. And it's cleared out by the Tornadoes. Tipped at neutral, so no icing. Both teams will go back. First one to it here for Champlin Park is Jay Warren. Warren, headman pass. Matthew Peterson, third-line winger. Peterson, he takes a solid check right in front of the Anoka bench. Going in hard on him was third-line center Ryan Barthel as the Tornadoes go back behind their net. They'll loop around the other way. Breakout pass by the defender all the way down. Trying to track it down was Hunter Bruner, but Champlin Park comes up with it first, and they'll head man out to center. Left to right, Evan Williams. Williams comes in off the blocker of Rosenau. Juicy rebound in the slot. And the rebound goes to Bruner, carries it to center, then chips it and rings it into the far side corner.
Chance tonight for Whipple to get a rare start and to keep the chance to kind of just keep sharp should any injuries occur come the postseason to New.
We mentioned that New had played the lion's share of the games. 4-1-0 here for Whipple. New 10-7-0 as it's cleared by Champlin Park. This will be on net, so no icing. It ends up spinning its way on Colin Rosenau, the 10th grade goaltender here for Anoka. We talked in the beginning that Anoka was playing with youth. Probably a better word to use instead of youth is inexperience, because they do have some seniors in their lineup, but they've had to deal with the inexperience of this year's lineup, and they have been growing as the season's been going on. Another face-off win here for Champlin Park, but the Tornadoes get a piece of it and they push it ahead. Hubner trying to get to it. It'll be icing. A little too far for him as Evan Long can't get to it either for Champlin Park, and it crosses the icing line and will come back and join Colin Rosenau here in the Anoka zone.
Well, it'd be tough to be the sophomore goalie, especially in this Northwest Suburban Conference where you have so much firepower. Maple Grove, you got Rogers, not to mention Andover, Champlin Park. That's a tough way to break in your first season, but you keep a good mindset, you take away a good education year as well.
Hubner against Lang off of that face-off. Quick shot from the short angle side. Blodgett. That hits the side of the cage. Penalty coming up here on Anoka. Delayed penalty. Empty net. Extra attacker for Champlin Park. Down the wall as Jordan Ron brings it back to the middle. Left wing feed to Brody Olson, who was thinking about a one-time slapper, but it wasn't in his wheelhouse. And instead, Champlin Park still with the delayed penalty. Blodgett lost it out to center. Blodgett will go back to get it in front of the benches. Brody Olson. And once again, Austin Anderson. Anderson up over for Olson. Cross-ice pass, one of the longer delayed penalties you're going to see. Centering pass finally touched by Anoka, and they'll whistle it down. That was a nifty pass to Nathan Lang. And then touched by the Tornadoes, and Champlin Park's power play will get a chance here with 12:17 left in the first.
They come in with a power play proficiency of 25% on the season. They were 0 for 2 on the man advantage against Duluth East. All 5 goals scored by Williams were even strength.
That game against Duluth East, the overtime loss. Duluth East scored with the extra attacker with about 90 seconds left. In the box, Joshua Grasky with the cross check. And here is Champlin Park starting out with the umbrella up high here in their power play. Brellison shot, deflected, tip, big save by Rosenau. That was redirected, and they got a stick on it. And Rosenau able to find that puck. It's in his glove with the draw coming up to his left.
Hey, he had some good technique, good stand-up, squared off, and minimized that rebound.
Near side draw. Nick Carlson taking it for Champlin Park. Rebels win it. Back to the point, Ron. Straight away, Bellison. Here's his slap shot, and it's deflected out of play. Another draw in the Anoka zone. Minute 32 left in the Champlin Park power play.
Well, Lafferty got the start in the last outing that they had, Anoka versus Centennial. They lost that one 11-1. Lafferty gave up 10 goals in just 2 periods, and Centennial outshot Anoka 53-23.
Another face-off win here. That's so critical. Offense, if your power play or penalty kill, if you want to be successful on either one of those, winning faceoffs. And Champlin Park has won every faceoff so far in this power play. Their power play is converting at a 25.3% clip. Ron has it near wing. Up high, Bellison, one-time shot bouncing off of traffic. Kick to the near corner. Carlson for the Rebels. Not yet out. Ron holds it in to the near wing. There's his shot. That's off the leg. Caesar got a piece of that for the Tornadoes. Back for Ron. Ron playing catch here in the corner with Carlson. Carlson takes it deep below the line. Back to Ron. Bellison with a one-time shot. Deflected by Rosenau. Back to the corner. It comes back up here near side now. 40 seconds left to go in this power play. And finally picking up the puck is Caesar on the penalty killer for Anoka, and they clear. That was a long shift for those Anoka penalty killers. They get 2 new ones on. Then on the drive to the right side, it's Evan Williams. Just as Anoka was switching, they were desperate, Joe. They were trying to get 2 new skaters out. And unfortunately for Anoka, unfortunately for Champlin Park, Evan Williams comes up with the puck. That's 9. That's Drew Bellison came up with the puck here on the right side. And he goes in and beats the goaltender far side. Power play goal for Champlin Park, 1-0.
And for Bellison, his 3rd power play goal. of the season. And, yep, they capitalized. Good-looking shot. Stick side up top.
Bellison's 7th of the season. It's a power play goal here for Champlin Park. They convert. And that is their 21st power play goal of the season for the Rebels. 1-0. Time of the goal 7:13. Here in the first period. Right back to work they come. Sending it wide of the net to the far side was Austin Anderson. Anderson brings it up. And that's tipped. Unassisted Bellison power play goal. So Anoka had it, and they got it out to neutral so they could get that partial change. They could only get 2 of the 4 penalty killers switched. But unfortunately for them, as we said, as they were switching, Bellison gained possession of the puck and skated in on the right wing and beat the goaltender on the blocker side. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. 9:50 left to go in the first period. 1-0 Champlin Park. Teddy Mitsulis, son of the head coach Ted, in his first year here for the Tornadoes, had the puck, and they'll whistle this down in the neutral zone.
Makes the deposit into his own bench. Well, in that Champlin Park game that they just took a tough loss to 6-5 in overtime versus Duluth East, they actually outshot Duluth East 14-2 in that second period. And that second period's been a big period for the Rebels all season.
That's a game that was originally scheduled for last week, and they had to go back up. They had planned last weekend when they played Cloquet. That was going to be a 2-game trip up to the Northland when Anoka played Cloquet, or excuse me, Champlin Park played Cloquet, and had to go back up and make a single trip up to the Duluth Heritage Center. And again, as we mentioned, lost in overtime to a Duluth East Greyhounds team that appears to be back to being a contender in Section 7AA in the post-Mike Randolph era with the Greyhounds. That Cloquet-Esco Carleton game was 2-1 on February 4th. They were going to go Friday, Saturday last week, February 3rd, as we get an icing here. February 3rd at Duluth East, February 4th at Cloquet. They couldn't flip-flop those, and it was basically canceled because it's too cold up there in the Twin Ports.
Well, it'll be interesting, too. I think one of the last games of the season will be Duluth East taking on Hill Murray.
Yes. Hill Murray down this year. Last time I checked, they were at 500, but they can be dangerous at any given moment. As here comes Champlin Park, centering pass and a bouncing puck. Unable to set it down, Evan Williams. One of the 2 players wearing the C's. Bellison is the other one who takes the shot right side. Stick save by Rosenau. Rebound in the corner that comes back out in front. It looked like that was off the crossbar. And Evan Williams with the shot off the top of the crossbar and out of play. 35 in this first period. Again, Champlin Park leading it 1-0.
Well, even though Jordan Ron loves to dish out the dimes, he leads the team with 33 assists. He's got 6 game-winning goals this season for the Rebels and 7 power play assists.
He leads the team with 53 points as well. In fact, he also eclipsed 100 career points earlier this season, so a member of the Champlin Park Rebels 100-point club. Another glove save. Rosenau face-off again in the Tornado zone.
Yeah, he's got 112 for his career coming into tonight, and that's what has Coach Potter excited. It's just the momentum, but also the mindset that first line brings. It's contagious to the rest of the team.
Carlson against Caesar on this draw in the Champlin Park zone. They pull it back. Simonson the shot and scooped up. Rosenau found it with the glove. We'll get another faceoff. We have had almost exclusive action here all this first period. Champlin Park applying the heat in the Anoka zone.
It kind of has that feel of playing downhill for the Rebels here in the first half of this period.
Champlin Park coming into tonight, they've lost 3 in a row. White Bear Lake, Cloquet-Esco Carleton, and then overtime loss earlier this week to Duluth East on Tuesday. Another drive off a face-off win by Champlin Park. Pad save Rosenau. Anoka along the end wall. Champlin Park forechecking. Nick Carlson able to pick it free. Comes up the wall, not yet out. Pinching down was the forward Peterson. Holds it in, finds Carlson, a shot right in the breadbasket of Rosenau. Pulls those pads together and finds it with the glove. Face off again in the Tornado zone.
Champlin Park, as we mentioned, a lot of 1-goal games. In fact, they've had 8 so far this season. And they come in with a mark at about 5-3 on those 1-goal games this season.
And, of course, several of them have been in overtime. The overtime loss to Andover. You were there for that one, weren't you?
Correct. Yeah, they were up 2-0
at the Champlin Ice Forum.
In that third period. And
overtime loss to Duluth East, but then overtime wins against Centennial and Maple Grove on their resume as well. Right side shot, and again a goal. They get it to the right wing, and Solomon again, this time same as before, beating the goaltender on the wide side, stick side, 2-0 Champlin Park.
There it is, Solomon tallying that goal, and they just find a way. Good puck rotation, good work that time, and for Solomon, that's goal number 2 on the season. Enough traffic, a little bit of traffic coming in. Seen coming in late that time was Blodgett.
So you've had for Champlin Park a power play goal by a defenseman, and now a second line winger getting the goal with Solomon, his second of the season, 4th point of the season. 2-0 Champlin Park, 7.5 left in the first period. Rebels back in their own zone. Anderson up ahead to center. Lang gains the Anoka line. Lang's got Blodgett trailing. Lang gets it again to the far side half wall. Gets planted in there by Ryan Barthel, senior. That's 2 big hits that he's delivered here in this first period for Anoka. And Barthel has it back again behind the net, though. Champlin Park with a steal. Back and forth along the end wall is the senior Matthew Blodgett, off the glass by the Tornadoes, up to the line. Anderson there trying to hold it in. Trying to clear the zone was Danny Ness. It is held in. They got numbers. Oh, what a glove save by Rosenau. Fantastic save as he robs Evan Williams as Anoka failed to clear. Champlin Park almost made him pay, but the last line of defense, Colin Rosenau, comes up huge.
He does. It was Champlin Park, a good pass from the faceoff dot across, and I'll tell you, he tracked that pass extremely well, moving right to left, but also flashed that leather to make the save.
That was a beauty. I'm going to make that the save of the game already. Our post-game save of the game. What a save by Colin Rosenau. Keeps it 2-0. Champlin Park has been very good on the faceoffs. They're centermen, and of course you don't just win faceoffs with centermen. Sometimes your wingers got to go in there and win 50-50 pucks. Evan Williams here near corner. Back and forth along the end wall, helped along by Will Bernovic. Coach Potter has said that Bernovic has blocked over 100 shots here this season. So one thing about this team is there's another save by Rosenau that Coach Tom Potter talked about, is that they buy in, they've bought into the culture, they bought in, and each player will do whatever it takes to support the other player. And it's been quite the story here for them.
And their season, about 1 or 2 games left for both these teams in the regular season. Meanwhile, the girls' sections have started. Andover's already out to a 4-0 start tonight.
Who are they playing?
The Andover girls, that
right.
is. Northern tier.
Here's a quick shot out in front in the slot. Good quick trigger shot by Paginen. That's what you want. And he sent it wide. Champlin Park continuing to work here in this Anoka zone. Skating out in front. Paginen again tried to tuck it in. Couldn't get the shot out. Back out to the point. Held in Brody Olson to the corner. Zamboni's going to have to spend extra time here in this zone to our right just because of all the action, because of the forecheck and the pressure applied here by Champlin Park. Tornadoes trying to relieve some of that pressure. They will bounce it out to neutral. Bouncing puck. Volkety trying to track it down. He does have it. Gives it to Hubner with a shot. Ends up wide of the Champlin Park net. Rebels find it in their own zone. And they come out with a breakout opportunity. Peterson swings it around. Paginen heading to the bench on the change here. And in deep is Brett Solomon, who scored the second goal. Made it a 2-0 game as we near 5 minutes left in the first period. Another chance for Anoka to clear, but Blodgett got in the way up to the point. Warren a shot, sticked away by Rosenau to the near corner. Rosenau has been a busy man here so far. This shot again trying to go upper far corner. Goes high and wide off the stick of Bellison, who had the first goal here in this one tonight. That was a power play goal. 2-0 Champlin Park. To the point, Warren. In the middle, Bellison. Shot again off of the stick of Rosenau. His stick's been good. His glove's been good. without Rosenau, it's more than a 2-0 Champlin Park lead right now. Another shot, this one from the high slot, then off the far side post. And it bounces its way back out to neutral, and Bellison will regroup. Bellison gets it back. Nice little touch pass off the stick of Solomon. Bellison back behind the net, and he had give and go with Solomon coming down the right wing, but the pass zipped by him. Meanwhile, Anoka able to push it out to center, bouncing around here at the Anoka line. Caesar tried to track it down, and instead up off the glass and out, Champlin Park.
Well, for what it's worth, the Anoka girls hockey team is up 1-0 over Blaine here in the first period.
Also Section 7 AA.
You got it.
Puck played with a high stick here, the neutral zone by Caesar. And Champlin Park will get going again. A left to right breakout pass. Warren 2-on-2 as they come in. It's Ron, cross ice pass. He got it back. Near wing, up to the point. Shot by Evan Long, and that's into the glove once again of Rosenau. Face off in the Anoka zone.
You said it. Rosenau has played outstanding, and I don't know of another position in another sport where you can take such punishment and say collecting that experience.
Right.
And he has seen so many biscuits this year, and
or
he's played so well.
Another position that can affect the game so much. Icing here against Anoka. If another team is dominating, you look at every other aspect of the game. One team can be dominating every other aspect, but there's only one player on the other team that can dictate what's going on, and that is a goaltender. If he's standing on his head, making great saves and highlight type saves, and you've seen it 1,000 times in hockey at every level. Team outshoots a team 50-10, and the score is 3-2.
Absolutely.
Something like that. Keeps it close, and that's what's happening here in the first period. A 2-0 Champlin Park lead. Anoka would like to keep it at 2 and maybe get one here if they can get some offensive zone time the other way, but that has been few and far between here in the early going. Champlin Park very aggressive here in the forecheck as they come back into the near corner. Trying to tip it away is Parker Nedlin, 11th grade defense. The far side wall nests up to the blue line, and it does finally come out. Ron back to his side of the red line. Ron taking out Weinrich here on the near side. Had it, lost it. Getting it back is Ron. Ron straight away, now to the left wing. Makes a little feed down. The defenseman Long activates into the corner. And then it ends up back to Will Bernovic. Bernovic towards the net, onto the stick of Evans. Evans behind the net. Gosh, it looked like he was thinking about a Michigan. Didn't that look like he was thinking about a Michigan on his backhand?
Absolutely.
Thought he was looking to hoist one.
I don't think he could settle the puck in time. Otherwise, I think you're right.
I think he was, or either that or I'm seeing things. Ron, left wing circle to the middle. Evan Long with a shot. And that's off of the goaltender Rosenau again, up and over and behind the net. And cleared. That's been Anoka's best defense here as they ice the puck here just to alleviate some of the pressure and get 5 new skaters out there against this relentless forecheck and offensive ground game that the Champlin Park Rebels have right now.
Boy, and it's such a key because I give a lot of credit to Rosenau. He's 0-10 with the record this year, but he's got to have a certain level of confidence to stay playing and as sharp as he's been tonight. Granted, you look at the score and see 2-0, but it easily could be doubled up.
Out to the point, Anderson rips one wide into the corner. The carom comes up the wall. Brody Olsen comes down the wall. And then a left wing centering pass to Carlson. Comes out in front, wide into the corner here in the Anoka zone. Rosenau, no chance he's going to get bored, at least here in this first period. Carlson, left wing shot, bouncing in, and there's Rosenau who finds it and covers. Anoka doing a decent job helping him and clearing some space so he can control those rebounds. He has not allowed many rebounds to get away from him here, and that's key as well.
I've been impressed by how he's minimizing any of those, and they all drop kind of in front of him. No out of control. He's had one kick pad save with some juice, but that was a shot that came in the high slot on him.
Minute left to go in the first period. Tornadoes coming up with the puck right in front of their net, up and out. Ooh, and a skate save and a beauty. Brody Olsen at the near side point kicked his skate out. That's one that Gilles Meloche would have been proud of at the blue line. As Anoka gets it across the red line, they dump it in. They try to forecheck, but Champlin Park turns it back very quickly as we near 30 seconds left in the first period. Gloved and dropped by Brody Olson. Swung back in by Anoka. Racing after it, Blodgett. Along the end wall, their big defenseman, Austin Anderson. Good size as a junior on that blue line and defensive core here for Champlin Park. Blodgett breaks out Lang. Lang comes in, tried to shoot through a screen, and the rebound came back off of that block. And it was onto the stick of Brody Olson and ends up in the glove of Rosenau here with 13 seconds remaining.
The shot might have been wide, but the way that the Rebels have been buzzing, you don't want that thing coming off the board. And then finding its way back in the low slot in front of the net. So good job there by Rosenau.
Champlin Park getting to the puck. Ron wins it. Now he walks out in front. What a nifty move. Great hand. Save made. And then off the rebound, it's in, but they blew the whistle. What great effort by Jordan Ron, who first won the draw, went to the corner, got the puck back, walked out in front. And Rosenau made the initial save, but the whistle had blown as the puck was under Rosenau just long enough with just 1 second left. And let's take a look at a replay before we go to break here in between periods on that last opportunity.
And you get a look here and some good goaltending technique and some good, good lessons right here, right in front of us on demand. But you can see it. He lost sight of it. It did get behind Rosenau, but it's waved off 2-0.
2-0 Champlin Park. We've played one here. The Tornadoes and Rebels high school boys hockey on QCTV Sports.
Welcome to our winter edition of At the Half, the show where we take a closer look at some of our area high school sports. I'm your host, Chuck Stens. Andover boys and girls hockey look to capitalize on their outstanding dual state championships last year. In order to continue their success into this season, let's talk with the head coaches from both teams to see what the teams have to bring.
I'm Melissa Volk, and this is my 10th year at Andover. Our expectations are kind of similar every single year to be getting better, as the season goes and be playing our best hockey come February. We're a year older. Last year we were super young with so many freshmen on the team, and now kids are kind of filling some different roles and kind of figuring it out this year. Our captains, Ella Berger, Issa Gettle, Maddie Brown, that top line of ours, and then also Kaylin Mum back at D, Courtney Stegman, our goalie, but then a lot of other players that fill some huge roles for us and give us that depth that we need. Yeah, so every game, we kind of get excited for and another opportunity to play with our teammates and whatnot. But tomorrow we play Minnetonka, so that's a big game. And then we're in the Dyna tournament after Christmas. Yeah, we love our youth girls. We're so lucky to know all of them on such an individual basis. But, the biggest thing that we preach here is just working hard and having a good attitude.
My name's Mark Manny. I'm the head coach of the boys hockey team at Andover High School. Well, last year's team, a lot of our skill up front was underclassmen. And when you have underclassmen leading your team on offense, they don't feel the pressure that seniors feel. So they tend to kind of play loose and play very well. Seniors sometimes, get the feeling it might be their last game if they lose, and sometimes that leads to not playing well. So we had the perfect combo last year of great senior leaders who were calm under pressure and juniors who played free. We'll see what we have this year. Our best players are going to be seniors this year, and sometimes, like I say, that's not a great recipe, and sometimes it is. So we hope our young guys get better every game, and we get good leadership, and I think this team will be pretty good by the end of the year. Well, up front, our three big guys are Gavin Thorson, Caden Casey, and Cooper Conway. Casey and Thorson both had over 70 points last year. Conway was hurt about half the year, so he had his offensive numbers didn't look quite as impressive, but they're going to be our leaders up front. Throw in senior Mac Yell, and we're looking for big things offensively from him, and junior Ben Dahl as well. And after that, we're going to see who steps forward and kind of takes the mantle and runs. On the backside, Tristan May Robinson, senior captain, who's been a stalwart for us for 2 years now, and will be again for a third. And then Landon Stringfellow, a junior who played a regular shift last year and is getting better by the day. Back in the net, we lost Austin Bronze, who was probably the best goalie in Minnesota last year. So we're just looking for who's going to step forward and take that job. Got 4 very capable goalies, and any of them could be our starter by the end of the year.
The Tornadoes have some new dedicated members of their cheerleading squad. Let's check in with them to learn some more.
I started coaching this year. I used to coach at a different school for an elementary competitive team, so this is kind of a switch up, but I really like it.
My name is Jordan Waldinger, and I've been coaching here for 4 years. I'm going to be going on 5. I came here to be the assistant coach just right after I graduated high school, so I've been here for a bit.
Last year was kind of rough for us. We had a lot of drama, a lot of issues, but I feel like this year we have the most committed and hardworking team that I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is some of the most hardworking girls I've ever met. They're so committed. They want to win. They want to be here every day. They want to put in the work, and they want to get that bid.
I think there's just more energy, more effort. So I just think this team is just miles different than it was last year. They want to be here. I can tell they want to be here. They want to put in the work. They're putting in work outside of practice.
Yeah, the drive is really there. I enjoy it.
We learned from our middle school coaches that were old Anoka cheerleaders that learned different ways and different techniques and stuff. And basically, when we got our new coach, Caitlin, she brought in some new cheers that she did with her old team.
Also cheers that she had learned in high school herself.
Yeah.
So cheers end up kind of just being a big collaboration of what ends up working for the team and like what we like the most.
Our pyramids that we do in our competitive routine, we have performed them at football games just to kind of practice it in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
And we've done a couple of routines at Pet Fest.
I think games that we cheer at, I feel that's more performing, and competitions I do view as like competing. Like it's more intense.
Our first competition of the year usually is regionals, and it's always the Saturday before Halloween. And then after that, we have competitions usually on Saturdays, every weekend or every other weekend kind of after that.
Until like late February when Nationals is.
When I got hired, that was my goal to the AD, was I would like to take this team to nationals. That's a huge goal for coaches as well.
Yeah.
So.
Coaching this team, we've gotten 2 bids I think, and we just haven't gone yet. So I think that's always my goal.
Nationals. We want to get a bid.
Nationals. Yep.
The Rebels gymnastics team is committed to setting goals and improving throughout the season. Let's see what the team is up to and how they plan to seek success this winter.
We're down a bit, but I've always said I want to work with athletes who will work hard. Like if you love gymnastics and you work hard, that's who I want to work with. And we've got a core group of great girls. We've got an awesome senior leader in Melina Ung. I don't know anybody that's worked harder. So it's been a pleasure to coach her, and she's already been an awesome, invaluable captain, and I know that will keep going through the season.
We lost about half of our team, I'd say, and then we got a lot of new middle schoolers, which is really nice, so that we have a really young team right now, and I think the season will be really fun. We have our summer practices, and then we also do, like, I tried to do monthly team bondings over the summer before season started.
So the technique is the thing that takes a little bit more time and repetitions to build, and well, really all those things, strength, flexibility, but the strength and flexibility are what we really focus on as a coaching staff. Of those are things we can control. If you're doing your splits daily and really working it, you'll get more flexible. If you're doing shoulder stretches, and we do partner shoulder stretches and a lot of different stretches, you'll get more shoulder flexibility. So the strength and flexibility we focus on a lot. We focus a lot on improvement. So it's always a goal of ours with both our varsity and JV to have the team from that first meet to the end meet improve 8 to 10 points. And last year I think we got almost to 12 with the varsity, and I think maybe even 13 with the JVs. So those continue to be our goals. So this year we're just focusing on rebuilding those good team habits and that mentality towards improvement. And, you know, we're going to try and beat those teams that are at that same level that we're at, and show that we worked to be our best on that day.
That's it for this edition of At the Half. Make sure to keep up to date with all your local sports coverage by liking and subscribing to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube pages. Thanks for watching.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How was it? Is it good?
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Getting ready for the second period, the Anoka area ice arena. We have played one, Champlin Park, 2-0 over the Anoka Tornadoes. The team's heading back here out on the ice for the second period. Let's take a look at some of the highlights, Joe, from that first period of play, with a lot of action to our right in the offensive zone for Champlin Park.
It was. They got a chance on that power play early and were able to capitalize it. And here's a look at the goal there. A nice series of stops first, and finally lighting the lamp that time was Drew Bellison with his third playoff goal of the season, his 7th goal overall. And there you get the follow-up goal then coming from Solomon as well, and a 2-0 lead. One power play goal, one even strength goal for the Rebels.
Bellison at 7-13 on the power play unassisted, his 7th of the season. Solomon at 9-16, a little more than 2 minutes later, his 2nd of the season from Long and Simonson. So the assists came from the third D pair on that assist to Solomon. And the shots on goal in that first period, 23-2 in favor of Champlin Park. They were 1 for 1 on the power play. The latest Let's Play Hockey AA boys rankings.
Well, I was trying to look at the page in or the page
stat.
stat. That's
Page
what it was
stat,
there.
yeah.
But Minnetonka's up top. Now it's 19-2. Edina 15-4, and there you get a look at Andover as well. Everything has kind of been set. Rogers is all the way up to number 5. They'll be coming out of Section 5. Boy, that Section 5 is going to be one tough beat because then you got Maple Grove.
And Champlin Park.
And Champlin Park
and
as well.
Centennial. Those will be the top 4.
And it all comes down to some of the section seedings as the teams are down to their last couple of games. And they'll gear it up. And I will say that the rankings last year, I'm thinking Andover, were they 4 or 5 when the season ended? I forget, in Class 2A.
I've turned the page from last year there, Joe, so we're in 22-23. So, and of course, those rankings, the Let's Play Hockey rankings, those are voted on.
Correct.
And the ones that you mentioned, Page Stat or the QRF, those are the mathematical formula ones. There's no voting involved. You just put in the scores, the results, where they're played, etc., how much pizza they serve that night at the arena. All that information goes in there, and it disseminates, comes out, and they get a nice little ranking on their computer screen.
And if it's a high pepperoni dosage pizza versus sausage, you'll get some outcomes.
I would think so,
as well.
And hopefully that'd be real greasy, too. You think, and it is National Pizza Day, by the way, too, since we're talking about pizza. Yeah, now you know. Champlin Park has the puck. They're going right to left. Dark uniforms here. They almost cough it up in front of their own net. Jordan Ron was there to able to pick it off. He had that good chance late in that period, but it's going to be an icing here on the Rebels, and we'll get a face-off, one of the few face-offs we've had with Evan Whipple. He has been a man who's been a little lonesome here tonight, and Anoka would like to change that here in the second period.
I was thinking of trying to come up with a country western song that you could relate to also with lonesome, or sleeping single in a double bed.
I'm so lonesome I could cry. The last
Poncho and Lefty wasn't going to work.
The last word in lonesome is me. That's a country song. Anoka, nice little centering attempt here. Vokady with Hubner and Suk up this top line, trying to create something here. Now Champlin Park comes back. Bernovic takes a pass down the near side wing. His then centering pass. Nedlin got a body on that, blocked it back here in the corner. Champlin Park up high. Anderson shot. And it's gloved by Rosenau, picking up where he left off in the first period. 16:05, 55 seconds into the second.
And a penalty whistled on Anoka. And holding will be the call on Nedlin.
Nedlin, a hold, 2-minute penalty. Second power play tonight for Champlin Park. 1 for 1 here in this one.
And let's see, what I've enjoyed watching on that power play or even interplay in that first period is the puck movement.
Bernovic gets to the puck, up to the point. Olsen dances to the top of the circle, gets it back from the corner. Cross ice pass, shot off the outside of the pipe by Blodgett. Ends up off the glass. Blodgett gets it right back. Dances, gives it up. Touch pass Anderson to Blodgett. He cycles with Bernovic. Up high Anderson. Cross ice pass, fanning on it Olsen. Trying to track it down here in the near corner. Minute 28 left to go in the power play here. 2-0 Champlin Park. Rebels already 1 for 1 on the power play tonight. They get it to the right wing. Blodgett a shot again. That one was blocked before it made it in on Rosenau. Blodgett again. In low in the corner. Bernovic. Blodgett. Anderson ends up in the corner. Again, cross-ice to Blodgett, couldn't handle it, has to play it to himself off the sidewall. Up high, Olsen. Blodgett again, sneaks to the dot, shot knocked down, not controlled, and then it comes to the near side. Quick shot by Anderson, and he's able to beat Rosenau before he can pick up the puck. It's another power play goal here for Champlin Park, and they lead at 3-0.
I'm glad we have these QCTV cameras here tonight because that was a beautiful setup. As Rosenau was trying to get his balance back. You can see the pass from just to his left all the way back out to Anderson. Boy, stick tape to tape, and Anderson does a good job of staying low to that puck and pick up his 6th goal of the season.
Anderson getting the goal. Time of the goal, 2:03 on the power play. 3-0 Champlin Park.
2 for 2 on that power play as Anoka came into this game at a 58% penalty kill.
Rebels averaging about 4.5 goals scored per game this season, giving up 3.27 per game. They go right back to work here to our left. All the way around, quick shot, knocked down by bodies out in front by Nick Carlson. Carlson trying to keep it in on his knees. Anoka now does break it out. Settling it down was Reinrich, comes back here to the near side. That third line, Danny Ness, Ryan Barthel, and Austin Weinrich. Champlin Park coming away with it. They'll come the other way.
Last game I had covered here with Jim Childs, it was that Danny Ness line, and that particular one was a nucleus, had some good scoring opportunities, but they've been sealed off here so far. Bernovec, by the way, picked up the assist on the power play, and then also Solomon another assist.
Ron in the corner. Williams behind the net, sneaks past him and out past Bellison at the point. And the Rebels captain will have to go back and reset. Stick to Ron, also wearing the C. Ron, Williams, and Bellison, your captains here for Champlin Park. All the way around, Ron circling in the zone, finally finds a seam from the high slot and above the slot, and he zips it right in on that Anoka Tornado insignia on the body of Colin Rosadow. The faceoff will be in the Tornado zone.
I always like the look of those logos. It has that look of the New York Rangers logo.
Yes, Duluth East has had a logo like that too in the past. The Duluth East Greyhounds. Mm-hmm. It's a shield is what it is, Joe. It's a shield. And it's a good look. Along with the maroon and gray, trickling puck in on Rosenau. And the sophomore netminder again settles it down. 3-0 Champlin Park.
Well, the Rebels, we mentioned a team that has a scoring punch. Tonight they scored their 100th goal of the regular season with the first 2 goals of the game, and now goal 101 on the season.
Battle here for the puck off the offensive zone faceoff for the Rebels. They get it to the line. Tornadoes able to tip it out to neutral and then right back in by Champlin Park. In deep, Danny Palmquist, senior captain, to the near corner. Teddy Mitchulis. Mitchulis is a sophomore. He has a goal and assist on the season. And back come the Tornadoes with Mitchulis in to the near wing. Lost his stick. Ran into Evan Long. Rebels have spent a little more time here in their own zone in the second period. Probably already here. We're only 4.5 minutes into the second period, and they've spent more time in their own zone than they did all the first period. This is offside. And that's a good sign for Anoka, at least. They are making some improvements and getting the puck deep into the Champlin Park zone, at least making them work for it and go 200 feet the other way.
Yep, not settling for that ice to try to get some fresh skates out there. Looks like they made some adjustments at halftime to maneuver and matriculate that puck a little deeper into the Rebels' end.
Thank you, Hank Stram.
Super Bowl Sunday is just upon us.
Joshua Grasky trying to track it down for Anoka. They clear it up to the line, but Anderson, good tall defenseman, able to knock it down with a glove and hold it in. They ringing it back here to the left side point. Olsen came down the wall. Tornadoes push it out. Fred Hubner in front of the benches. Hubner has it back. Puck pops up into the air. Flipped in by Sukup along the end wall. First to it, Brody Olsen for Champlin Park. Puck comes up the slot. Rebels get it back again. And Anderson ahead to neutral, dumped in by the Rebels. 11:40 left here in the second. 2 goals in the first and 1 here in the third. 2 on the power play in this game for Champlin Park. From the point, Olsen hits bodies in traffic, goes right after it in the corner, swings it around. Thought he might have Matthew Lang there, and Lang ends up with a puck after all. Lang favoring the near side wing, gets it in low to the defenseman Anderson, slaps it through off of Rosenau to the corner. This time it'll be icing on Anoka.
11:14 to go here in the second period, and meanwhile, what's left for the Rebels in the regular season, they have Gentry Academy, a team with some spark to it. I saw them, was it last week or the week before, as they played Blake and took a loss there. Then they end the season against Moundsview to the Rebels on February 18th.
Hayden Caesar. Draw against Carlson. Carlson pulls it back. Shot from the point wide. Rebound. Quick centering pass. and trying to take advantage. Paginen was there. He thought he might have Rosenau out of position, but he couldn't get it out in front. Now Anoka with a breakout attempt, a little bit behind Trevor Lang. Tracking it down, Hayden Caesar also wears a C for Anoka. And it's dumped in as Champlin Park goes in on the forecheck. Solid check by Paginen along the end wall, puck into the corner. Paginen has it back, tries to walk out in front, give and go. Wrap around attempt with a backhand, save by Rosenau. And the rebound ends up with Carlson back here near side. Behind the net, sneaks past the Rebels' Peterson. Peterson runs into Caesar. Caesar couldn't quite clear, came up to the line, and Bellison backhands it in. Bellison had the first goal of the game on the power play. Made it 1-0 back in the first period at 7:13. Tornadoes get going the other way. They're offside. They'll have to touch up. And back to get it again is Nick Carlson. Carlson, lead pass here. Collision. Player went down. Play continues. No harm, no foul. Bellison carried in deep. Comes out to the line. And Champlin Park will have to retreat again to their own line. Brnovic makes a nice move, pushes it ahead. Cross ice pass right on the doorstep. Williams, big save. Rosenau again. And the rebound to Anoka. They do quickly get it out of their zone. They push it back to the Champlin Park zone. The Rebels will backpedal there.
Even on that save, he could have just made the save and tried to kick it out to that right wing. Brnovic was right there waiting for the loose change, but the sophomore for Anoka, Rosenau, not only made the save, but redirected it back to a location no one was located. And that's really a talent, a skill on how you can really redirect those saves. That moves it beyond, the whole point of just having the confidence to make the save. It's more confidence to kind of redirect.
Icing on Anoka. Alec Dalvang, sophomore third-line center, taking the draw. And that line trying to force it out of the zone. Comes back in. Champlin Park not having to touch up as they were able to hold the zone. Back in the corner, Brnovic. Brnovic comes out of a pile with it. In low, backhand, goal! Evan Williams with the backhand against Rosenau. He had Rosenau down and had him a little bit on a string and in the palm of his hands. And he's able to roof it and hoist it up over the goaltender, 4-0 Champlin Park.
Yeah, and that was the case that he was trying to hold on to that puck just in time, and Rosenau was hoping it would roll off his stick. And he waited to the perfect angle to swipe in that backhand and hit back of the net. 5 goals against Duluth East. He's now got a total of 25 goals this season for Williams.
Yeah, Williams picks it up, a 5-on-5 even strength goal. Rebels come back, go right back to work. Rosenau the save. 4-0 Rebels now with under 9 minutes left to go here in the second period.
How there wasn't a rebound on that last shot by the Rebels and how Rosenau was able to muffle that and hold it for the rebound is astounding.
Jordan Ron ready to take the draw here with his wingers Williams and Brnovic. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast. Trevor Aberwald, also a member of the top line, injured. Lower body. Injured last week. Will be ready to go next week, according to the coaching staff, and ready for section playoffs for sure. Shot near point, and it's right in on the body again of Rosenau, and he'll hold on in that shot by Evan Williams.
Well, let's be honest, Jim. This whole winter, I feel like I've had a lower body injury with the cold weather and everything. It's just finally starting to loosen up.
Most of the injuries that I sustain are upper body. It's usually because of my brain. It's usually an upper body situation. Evan Long at the point holds it in. Nice little three-man triangle here on the near side wing. Kept alive by Matthew Lang. Lang gets it back in the wing in the circle. Up high to Evan Long, who assisted on one of the goals here tonight. Here's his shot from outside the dot. And Rosenau at a perfect angle will cover it up, and another face-off here in the Tornado zone.
Yeah, those shots starting to tally up. It's 4-0 right now in that most recent goal by Evan Williams. Dangled it just enough on that backhand to stretch it. And that was his not only 25th goal of the season, but his 53rd career goal.
Fred Hubner in taking the draw against Matthew Lang. Pulled back along the end wall, race for the puck in the corner. Joshua Grasky, the senior defenseman, it comes out in front, bouncing out into the slot and above the crease. Lang almost tucked that one in, back to the right wing. And the glove saved by Rosenau. On the shot, Austin Anderson. They had a fun night here recently at the Anoka Area Ice Arena where they celebrated the 20th anniversary of the 2003 state championship team. They had an outstanding turnout of former players. Former head coach Todd Manthe was on hand as well. Also, big congratulations to Coach Manthe, just recently inducted here earlier this season, to the Minnesota Hockey Coaches Association Hall of Fame. The MHCA head coach of that state championship club. Total of 18 seasons as the head coach here with the Anoka Tornadoes. Tornadoes come to work with Hubner. Shot into the corner off the goaltender Whipple. And the Tornadoes got to find a way to make Whipple earn his pay here tonight. Quick shot right side, broken stick. The blade goes flying at us. It ends up staying in the zone. Brody Olson up to the line. Reversal over to the right side. He thought maybe Anderson was going to jump into the play. Ends up below the goal line. The blade of the stick is over here near side at the point. The shaft and handle of the stick is behind the net, and we're going to get a penalty here back behind the Anoka net with 7:15 left to go in the second and a 4-0 Rebel lead. And it looks like we're going to get our first Anoka power play of the night.
Well, let's see what they can do as they ring it up. I know this season they're at 18% proficiency on that power play and on the penalty kill. Champlin Park at 75%.
Blodgett in the box for the trip back behind the net. The Anoka power play. First opportunity to see them here tonight. Champlin Park. We talked about faceoffs and special teams. So key. And the Rebels win this one here. Quickly ring the puck out of the zone. And back in their own end is Trevor Lang to get started. Lang, then Caesar off of his stick on the feed from Grasky from the Anoka line. And then Champlin dumps it right back in. Champlin Park's penalty kill, 75.4%. They've given up 17 power play goals on the season. And they've been shorthanded 69 times. Long pass Lang. Lang comes in. They're onside into the far corner. Tracking him down is Bellison. And also Ron for Champlin Park.
Well, keep an eye on Williams. He has a team lead 2 shorthanded goals this season.
He has the puck. Gives it to Ron. Ron with a drive. Tried to split a couple of defenders. Ron still gets to it back behind the Anoka net. 1:05 left to go in the Anoka power play. Tornadoes trying to settle it down here with Landy. Lang. Under a minute left to go in the power play. And then the penalty called on Blodgett. Tornadoes have it at neutral. Landy comes in, forced wide. Good job on the penalty kill by Bellison. Anoka unable to set up on the power play in the offensive zone. Bellison has the puck, and they'll clear it all the way down.
Well, Hayden Caesar leads Anoka with 3 power play goals this season. And right now they haven't been able to even get that power play set up.
Another clear by Bellison. Just a good, solid penalty kill here for Champlin Park. As soon as they get the puck, they're looking to clear it and make Anoka have to reset. Collision in front of the Anoka bench with Sukup trying to gain the zone, and hand pass here in that pile of bodies. They'll whistle it down. 5:26 left in the second, 11 seconds remaining in the Anoka power play.
Get a look at the fans on hand tonight for this contest here at the Tornado Shelter, the Anoka Ice Rink. And as you call it, in 2003, that was quite a celebration. 20 years ago. Wow.
20 years ago. Time flies. Austin Anderson for Champlin bounces it out to center. And settling it down, Solomon made it to the Anoka line, lost it. Lang has it. Out of the box is Matthew Blodgett. And back to 5-on-5, so a successful penalty kill here for Champlin Park. Keeps it to 4-0 with exactly 5 minutes remaining in the second. Tornadoes push it out and out of play. And not happy with that was Sukup, as it almost hit his head coach. Ted Mitsulis over there. And we'll get a face-off coming back. It'll be in the neutral zone.
You bet. So it's a 1-1 tie between Anoka and the Blaine girls right now in section play. You just heard and Andover is apparently up 7-1 in their section contest against the Northern Tier.
Quarterfinals in 7AA. Anoka, the number 1 seed. how many years? 5-time defending champion in Section 7 AA, Joe?
That's correct.
And of course, the defending state champions as well. Puck cleared by Champlin Park at neutral, bounces towards the slot in front of Evan Whipple.
Sounds like we'll have a chance to bring that coverage for the semifinal matchup.
Anderson, nice little sauce to himself off the far side wall. Didn't have a great angle to shoot, but he gets it on net. Rosenau making the save.
Yeah, that was a crafty play. A backhand off the board. Gets it right in stride on back. And, well, Rosenau there for the save and muffled any rebound.
Ron goes up against Bruner. Michulis takes it down the left wing. Michulis up and down along the end wall. Michulis leaves it there for Dalvang. Comes up high for Bruner, and he had a pretty good look, inner half of that far circle. Champlin Park tracking it down, clearing it through neutral. Tornadoes backpedaling their own end. Puck comes to the center circle. Fourth line showing some good energy here for Anoka. Dalvang, Michulis, and Bruner, all sophomores, the sophomore line. Dalvang, Michulis, ends up behind the net, swept up Simonson and out to neutral. Champlin Park comes back. Bernovic trying to set something up, get some help from Evan Williams. Back up and out by Anoka. Knocked down Simonson for Champlin Park. Lead pass Williams. Williams and give and go Ron. Ron with a shot. Goes off the high glass. Williams has it again. He's going to get bumped a couple of times in the corner. Williams couldn't handle it, but then they keep it in. Centering attempt by Ron. That deflects up into the air, and as you see on your screen, bounces back out to neutral. Right below us here at the Anoka Area Ice Arena. Their brand new ice plant, brand new floor, and brand new piping for both rinks done during the offseason here, and that's something you're going to see more and more of at various rinks as they're able to secure the funding. It's something that needs to be done for these older buildings that, of course, we're using Freon for years and years and years. They're no longer producing Freon. They're no longer selling it. Well, some people are selling it, but they're no longer producing it. Those people that are selling it have hoarded it and are probably asking a pretty penny for some of those older buildings. But eventually those older buildings are going to have to eventually convert to the new system. Here's Anoka with a shot from the neutral zone outside the blue line. Nedlin, a little fluttering butterfly in on Whipple. It handcuffed him a little bit, but he holds on with 2:32 left to go in the second.
Hey, we haven't heard much from Whipple, but his 16th appearance of the season tonight. 255 minutes logged, and you can add another 34 minutes to that. 4-1 in the goals against a 3.47.
Last year, Champlin Park 15-11-1, so they're one win away from matching last year's total. Paginen comes in 2-on-1, and they score. Nick Carlson from Paginen. And Carlson with his fourth of the season, and it's 5-0 Rebels.
They took advantage of an odd man rush to 2-on-1. And again, it's all about hitting that tape to tape, and the sophomore picks up a big gulp, and now it's 5-0 for the Rebels here, as you can see it. Trying to hustle back to even it up defensively, but that 2-on-1 just a little too much. And as you mentioned, getting that dime, number 7 for Champlin Park.
Drew Paginen, number 17. That's his first assist on the season. And it was a good one. That was a well-executed 2-on-1. Paginen gave up the puck right at the last moment.
Carlson, his fourth goal of the season. He has now 15 on the season in terms of points.
5-0 Champlin Park here with 2:08 left to go. Faceoff will come outside of the Anoka zone. Carlson to work here against Hubner. Puck battle ensues, comes free, Rebels find it. Bellison with a quick pass ahead, steered out back to Warren, who then dumps it in. He was on the good side of the red line, so no icing. Comes right back up to Bellison, along the blue line. Carlson outside the far circle. Tornadoes get a stick on it and bounce it out to center. Fogarty had a chance to maybe settle it down, but a bouncing puck was his nemesis there as the Rebels send it into the Anoka zone. 90 seconds left to go here in the first.
Well, this is appearing that it may not be a one-goal game tonight for the Rebels. They've had their share of those games this season.
And that'll be key. Games will be close in the sections. If they're in the section Final Four and playing any of those teams along with themselves in the top four, if they get past the quarterfinals, those most likely will be tight games, high-pressure games, and probably close. Tornado's able to get a tip on it. So when you play those close games, if you're used to it, used to adversity, you're used to playing in high-pressure situations, that will pay dividends, you hope, as a coach going into the postseason, as another little 2-on-1 rush here by Champlin Park goes up and out of play with 53 seconds remaining.
Well, if it's any indication from the Section 5 teams, you know, they've got the one-goal win over Maple Grove, and they took a one-goal loss, 6-5 versus Rogers. That was last month. But, again, I think it's going to be a pretty tight throughout section play.
Back is Lang after a block. Nice job, Austin Anderson, getting back defensively for Champlin Park. Ron again here for Champlin. Bouncing out to neutral, settling it down, and coming in is Olsen. Olsen, nice little nifty pass behind the back to Ron. Ron couldn't attack as Anoka got back defensively. Final 25 seconds from the end wall. Centering pass. Ron with a shot. Blocked and deflected into the corner. To it there first. Grasky, the defenseman for Anoka, but they can't ring it out and clear. Now they do past a vacated point. And again, it'll be Anderson back in his own zone. Not enough for icing, and he'll stop back behind the net. Final 5 seconds here. And we'll get an icing with 3 seconds. So one last drop of the puck and face-off here as we join Evan Whipple back in the Rebel zone.
You've got to keep him company. He hasn't had many face-offs his end of the ice here tonight. And let's see if maybe Anoka can win this face-off. Put some pressure on Whipple.
Carlson against Caesar. They'll have to get it to the middle. Well, they're going to change out Carlson, and Ron will come in and take the draw. Gets tapped up, and there's the horn and buzzer, and that is how we end the second period. 2 goals in the first for Champlin Park. They've added 3 here in the second, and the Rebels will take a 5-0 lead over the Tornadoes going into the third here on QCTV Sports.
Hey, boss. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
I said I'm fine.
Since I was little, it was only like me and my parents.
You think you created family out of characters?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna take that and make it into a song.
Me the babe, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at on the way out? In my head, in my head, in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Pop.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
How Anoka became the hauling capital of the world way back in 1920. We had a lot of kid issues, tipping over cows, they were taking apart wagons.
Buckwheat, you go in the kitchen and get all the knives and the daggers and ditch them. Porky, you go to the bathroom and get all the poisons and dump them. Okie doke.
And the town came together to create this diversion of naughty behavior into what we now have, 100+ years festival. those who say we proclaim it, thank you for making that statement, but it's not true. We are. Harry Blair went to Washington, D.C. as a 12-year-old. I mean, can you imagine that? 12 years old, Washington, D.C., and wants a declaration made, a proclamation made that acknowledges we are. So he did, and here we are. We actually have that document in our gift store, which is located on 2nd Avenue. And so here we are enjoying a wonderful town, a wonderful festival, and it's over 100 years old. My name is Liz McFarland. I currently was the past president for Anoka Halloween and now am a volunteer. I just remember being here when I was 5 years old and seeing my first parade and then marching in it. You know, you don't realize that everybody isn't in a parade and how special that is until you become an adult and can kind of step back and look at how awesome your town is. So, you know, step back 100 years, we've got this parade going on with kids. 100 plus years later, we still have our kiddie parade, the big parade of little people. We also have added a night parade, and then we have the Grand Day parade. So we've started one parade, we're into 3 parades. In the 60s, we acquired Miss Anoka from the Chamber of Commerce, and that turned into Halloween ambassadors. So we've got parades, a coronation, then we get into years of bingos, movie nights, pumpkin way off, pumpkin bowl, which is the huge kickoff for a festival. The high school has things come and go, but ultimately we surround them with a family-friendly focus for Halloween. It's all about the kids. It started with the kids and it continues with the kid mindset. It's not done without the volunteers. We have this great city that supports us. You know, they're kind of the host for this whole event. But ultimately, it's a separate organization. It's a separate nonprofit that has provided this entertainment for everyone to attend. We hold on to our 100-year tradition with a lot of pride, and I want to see it continue on with the best efforts and thoughts of what is good for the city, what is good for the kids, and how do you maintain a healthy volunteer nonprofit organization. I hope and wish for the town of Anoka to continue a parade in whatever fashion it is, 1, 2, 3 of them, whatever it is, that we see another 100 years of the largest, longest running parade in our state.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
I come here a bit. It's warm, it's inviting, people are decent to you, coffee's delicious, very inviting atmosphere.
Well, like I said, I stumbled upon this place first as a customer. I fell in love with it as a coffee shop, and then I started working here and eventually became owner. I just love the community here in Anoka, and for the most part, I mean, I would say it's been very positive as far as the response. I feel more connected with the community by bringing in a bookstore. I think it's because of the events that we have brought, simply having a book club, and we're bringing in more, you know, variations of a book club, and just it's just a great way. I feel more connected than I did previously.
I mean, I'm from Anoka, so it's been a staple. I mean, I didn't stumble upon it like it's Narnia. But, you know, I had found out about it through daily travels around Anoka.
Jenny does a great job hosting the book clubs, and the river yoga staff comes in and helps out with those too. So yeah, I really liked that, and they definitely are good participants in like shopping days, and when the parade was here and stuff, they're a good place to kind of come chill and get away from the crowds of people. So
I'm hoping to expand our space a bit. There is an upper level in this building. I don't want to leave this building, but I'm outgrowing our space, especially you know, when we hold events such as book clubs, and I would like to be able to host author events as well. And what makes me most nervous is not only because I am shy, I'm a natural introvert, but just the lack of space and how that would actually look if we were to hold especially major author events. But it is a goal, and it is something that, you know, I think people would love.
Yeah, I definitely would be worse off if it weren't here. I get a lot out of the community, and everybody that comes in regularly is really nice. So, you know, it's probably a reflection of how they run it, and the staff, that all the customers are pretty cool too. I've met a lot of people, just, you know, friends, and some like professional connections here as well. So it's a good place and seems to attract good people too. So
when we decided to become a bookstore, we did not want to lose the coffee side of things at all. So we have classic avant-garde menu. We rotate seasonal menu too, as far as coffee and espresso goes. And then as far as a bookstore, I consider us to be a general interest bookstore. I just need more space. I'm not satisfied. We do have a good amount of books. I think one of my employees said we have over 1,000 titles, so we, you know, we're getting pretty big. But I would say that I'm still trying to grow a lot of our nonfiction, and but you can find just about anything here. And if you can't find it here in store, we can special order just about any title in as well.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
I started playing hockey. I remember in elementary school bringing home a flyer for Learn to Play Hockey. I gave it to my dad. He had no idea what's hockey. So I started playing hockey. Growing up, played hockey at Anoka here all through my youth career. I played high school hockey at Anoka High School. After high school hockey, I played a year of junior hockey. When that finished, I got a phone call from the current high school hockey coach. That started into a 15-year career of helping coach high school hockey. When I first started coaching, a position opened up here at the ice rink. The manager asked, "Hey, we got a position open. I see you're here every day. Are you interested in working at the ice arena?" Just started as a job, and then it turned into a career. The exciting news that I received recently was I've been asked to help work on an ice crew for figure skating, short track, speed skating in Pyeongchang in the Winter Olympics. Well, it came to be through a lot of the relationships I've made within this profession, and I like to think it's because I'm good at what I do. He'll be providing driving the ice resurfacer, maintaining the ice, building some rinks, starting from scratch, making ice. I'm excited to see some of the events that I'll be providing ice surfaces for. I know up close figure skating at that Olympic level is amazing to watch. It's very exciting. I'm really looking forward to it.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Well, now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Do you remember your first bike? Do you remember the excitement and freedom it gave you? Witnessing that joy or getting a from the heart thank you note from a recipient of one of our bikes is our reward. Bikes for Kids collects bikes donated to us from local bike shops, recycling centers, law enforcement, and individuals. We refurbish these bikes and give them away to kids and others in need who may not be able to afford one, along with a helmet and a bike lock. We do this through churches and other charitable organizations, and the recipients of our bikes also include homeless people and even refugees from the war in Ukraine and also Africa, where we ship them over once, sometimes even twice a year. In continuing our mission, not only do we need bikes to refurbish, but we also need volunteers. Along with your monetary donations to help with buying parts and other expenses. If you don't know how to fix a bike, that is no problem. We can train you. But you can also help out cleaning the bikes, pumping up tires, setting up orders, moving bikes, parting out unrepairable bikes, pickup and delivery. Bikes for Kids has been around for 10 years, and last year we gave away 3,600 bikes to kids who really appreciated it. Let's keep it going.
Here it comes, the third period. Champlin Park looking for their 15th win of the season. That would match last year's win total. They lead at 5-0 here through 2 as the third period is about to begin. Take a look at some highlights from that second period.
Hey, they lit it up. They went for the trifecta in that second period and accomplished it there. Some good saves continued between the pipes there for Anoka, but the push there, good pass. And a conversion on that goal by Anderson. Coming back here, and a backhand finally snapping it by Williams for his first goal of the night. And a nice setup on the odd man rush, 2-on-1. Burying that back of the net was Nick Carlson for his fourth goal of the season. And for Champlin Park, their fifth goal of the game. That's where we're at right now as we drop the puck for the third period. 5-0 lead. For the Rebels.
Shots on goal in that second period, 16-5 in favor of Champlin Park. 2 period totals and 39-7 entering here the third period. Anoka, white uniforms, dark uniforms here for Champlin Park. They're going left to right. They get a quick shot in up high. That hit Rosenau up high. Rebound back behind the net. Man who took that shot was Ron, the centerman, back up to the point. Quick wrister by Olsen. And Rosenau settles it down. We'll get a face-off in the tornado zone 23 seconds into the third. Another broken stick.
And I'll tell you, they start that third period here the way they started the game. Playing downhill and putting pressure on the Anoka goal.
Ron against Caesar here. Check that Hubner. Is that 5? No, that is 9. Aiden Caesar, captain for Anoka. The Tornadoes able to push it out. They bring it in with Lang. Lang down the wall. Tried to feed ahead for Ficasello. Senior, who's the right wing on that second line. Lang, Caesar, and Ficasello for Anoka. Can't hold it here at the point. And a race for the puck the other way. And they're going to wave off the icing. They're going to say that touching it in the neutral zone was Evan Williams, and he's actually the first one to it. Gives it off to Bernovic. Bernovic to the corner, up the far side wall. Throws it in the middle. Intercepted by Lang. He tips it back to the perimeter. Not yet out. Champlin Park. Not only do they do a good job forechecking as they set up a two-man game, little give and go, backhand shot, saved by Rosenau, rebound back near wing, Ron on the attack to the middle with a shot off of the glove of Rosenau, tried to control it, rebound to the Tornadoes, and they'll send it all the way down. Not only does Champlin Park do a nice job along the walls on the forecheck, they do a good job. Their point men do a good job holding the zone. Good hands, good anticipation, doing what they have to keep that puck inside the blue line as we get a face-off here in the Anoka zone.
Well, a couple of times in this game we saw the defenseman at the blue line exhibiting some of those hacky sack techniques.
Yeah.
I remember from my college days.
You were big into hacky sack.
We just
Whatever
had something to
happened
keep
that?
active. I don't know.
Do people still play hacky sack? That's a good question.
I think there was a supply chain issue with that. No,
I think
I don't know.
It could have been.
I've
I
seen.
don't know, where
actually,
do we get our hacky sacks from?
I've
Has
actually
that
seen
been-
some of the hockey teams.
Do we import
practice
most
it
of our
below.
hacky sacks? I mean, that's a question that probably needs to be answered. I mean, are they all coming from China?
And,
As we have, you can see on your screen there, head coach Ted Mitchulis talking to our referee. I don't know if he's talking about this whistle or talking about the fact, just earlier he thought there might have been and should have been an icing possibly on Champlin Park, and they waved it off.
Or the hacky sack issue.
Or
But,
he could also be talking about hacky sacks and where to get one. Puck here in the Anoka zone, held in. Nice hands there by Lang. Flips it over to the near side and flipped in turn the other way by Anoka. Bellison backpedaling the zone. Here's a pass along that would have been icing, but it's on net. And Rosenau has to make the save. And Champlin Park gets to it first. They go right back to work. They're relentless here, Lang. They do a good job of passing it below the line, then they feed it back out in front. Rosenau finds it. You've seen that, I don't know, probably a half dozen times where a guy's driving on the wing. He feeds it to the guy below the line, and then the defense forgets about the guy who just gave up the puck. And guess where the puck's going to end up after that puck goes back below the goal line? It's going to come back to the guy who had just given it up. And I don't think they've scored on that yet tonight, but it has been there, and you can see that's one of their plays that they like to execute.
Well, 5 goals by 5 different players tonight for the Rebels. Good to see that depth. And good to see him able to close some of those goals by a series of different players as well, as confidence is everything.
Tornadoes at their line. They cough it up. Carlson with a shot pushed by the waffle board away by Rosenau. Back into the corner. Carlson ran into the wall, ends up high, and speaking of high, that one sailed on Simonson. It's way up over the glass and into the protective mesh netting. 5-0 Champlin Park here, 14:24 remaining in the third.
Yeah, there was a shot that just kind of continued to escalate, and finally over the glass you could see it just continue to rise here as the Rebels try to get that magic goal number 6.
Hubner against Carlson. Won by Carlson. Paginen, who assisted on that 5th goal of the game back in the second period, along with Peterson, got the secondary assist as the Tornadoes come in, and we're going to get a penalty back behind the play as it will be a slash here on Anoka, and they'll send Ficasello to the box. Ficasello in the box. It'll be a power play here for, actually that's 16, isn't it? Yeah, let me see, I can't see. It's right below us. 16 or 15, they put on the board 16. So that's actually Lance Lewis, the defenseman. So Lewis in the box, slashing call. Champlin Park's 3rd power play of the night. They're 2 for 2.
That they are, and they've had some great puck movement.
Not only just puck movement, but just puck possession. And you do that by winning faceoffs. This time, on the penalty kill, Anoka wins the faceoff, and they're able to clear the puck back to the Champlin Park zone. Rebels will have to start and come back the other way. Jordan Ron, head of steam, gains the offensive zone, forced a bit wide. Leaves it up the wall. Lang then helps it up to the point. Bellison, reversal. Here's that puck movement you've been talking about, Joe. Ron changes spots with Williams. Williams back low. Bellison, the defenseman, reverses it off the far board. Ron. Williams again, and the puck got stuck at the blue line. And nice job there on the penalty kill by Anoka's Sukup to tip it out. Rebels come right back. 5-on-4 advantage for another minute 5. 5-0 they lead. Cross ice pass, shot from the near wing. Ron right on the money. Rosenau makes a save. Rebound ends up to Ron again. Pushes it up to Bellison. Bellison and Ron. Ron straight away to the far side. The lower half of the circle, and that shot deflects out of play. And the puck will, and the faceoff will be in the Anoka zone.
Williams leads his team with 5 power play goals. Meanwhile, Ron with 7 power play assists. But what I like about the puck is, I know we talk about puck movement, but I see a lot of times teams coming in and one guy holding that puck forever, and then a pass ever so slightly to a piece. And those power plays are so much more successful. Like you said, Jim, you got to win the faceoff, but getting that rotation around the perimeter or even through the high slot and picking it out if it's an umbrella formation or what have you. But
speaking of Anoka, they won the face-off. Champlin has to go back and get it and reset. 25 seconds left. That's something that Anoka wasn't doing earlier in the game on the power play chances, was winning defensive zone face-offs on the penalty kill, and they're doing it now. That makes it a lot harder on the team on the power play as they set up. Oh, and a wide open net off of the rebound, and Solomon, I don't know if Rosenau got a piece of that second chance opportunity or he just shot it wide. Comes back up to Blodgett to the left side. Dancing around Olsen, up straight away, and Anderson a shot just as Lewis comes out of the box for Anoka. It's a penalty kill here for the Tornadoes, their first successful penalty kill. Champlin Park 2 for 3 in the power play, and it stays 5-0.
Okay, thanks to winning a face-off, and also thanks to a couple of nice saves there by Rosenau, and especially that last one. Yeah.
Hard to tell in that replay if he did get a piece of it or because of the angle off of the rebound where it was that left wing drive and shot by Champlin Park just went wide and missed the net. Champlin Park winning this face-off this time, but it's blocked. And on the attack the other way, Weinrich comes in and it goes wide. Rebound up the wall, Ness, Barthel, and Weinrich here this line for Anoka. Trying to put Champlin Park maybe for the first time tonight on their heels a little bit. And now they do break out, 2-on-1 at the line. A shot kicked out again. Rosenau got his pad out there that time, and the shot by Peterson comes up to the point. Long keeps it in for the Rebels. 5.5 into the third period. It's 5-0. Bouncing around off of bodies, up to the line. Nick Carlson, then back in deep by Champlin Park. Up ahead, tipped out of the zone and all the way down by Weinrich. Not quite all the way down. That puck, somebody pulled the chute on that one. As Champlin Park picks it up, and they'll ring it around all the way past the goaltender Rosenau. Nifty pick here by Ron. Took it out of him away from two Tornadoes, tried to walk along the line. Decided instead to flip it back out as Champlin Park playing with the lead here 5-0. Getting the puck deep, getting to work on the forecheck. That has been their formula of success all night long. Near wing, Bernovic gives it up. Then he gets it back and he sails it high. After the rebound, Bellison pinched along the wall. Trying to push it out the other way is Palmquist. It does slide the length. No icing as Evan Long gets there first. He sweeps it around here to Bruner. Bruner then backside. It comes back out in front. Michulis tried to pitchfork it out in front. It bounces back behind the net. The sophomore Michulis throwing his body around here on this shift as Champlin Park comes out with it with Ron in front of the benches. Sidesteps a couple of hits. Tried to center. Dalvang had it go behind him. Up to the wall, Bellison. Back to the left side, Warren. And Warren had it go out, and he'll have to chase it down.
I like how Ron skated it out of his own end that time. He was very poised with that puck. Wasn't in such a rush to pass it. And by doing that, he created a good scoring opportunity.
You know, being up here right next to the cameras, I get a new level of appreciation for our camera workers here because they are so close to the ice. Their quick reflexes are really something to help accent the things that both Joe and I talk about here in our QCTV broadcasts. So a good job, guys. It's one thing to have the cameras back behind the bleachers, but to have them directly above the penalty boxes like this, so close to the ice. I bet you these camera guys are burning 300, 400, maybe 500 calories tonight.
It is. You know, they've got that quick twitch muscle on the camera, as does the goalie Colin Rosenau as well. Hey, you know what? People can vote on YouTube right now for one of the three players listed as the play of the game. So get to the QCTV YouTube location. Go vote on who you think should be the player of the game.
Teams exchange possession here in the Anoka zone. I thought that came out of the zone, but apparently it was held in along the line by Champlin Park's Jax Warren. And then Warren takes that shot from the left side from a bad angle from way out. Ends up in the corner. Not yet out of the zone. Kept in. Tracking it down. Ty McGee seeing some third line play here for Champlin Park, really for the first time We've called Ryder Opskar, Cooper New, and Ty McGee out on the ice now here for Champlin Park. Big check by Ficasello in the open ice in the neutral zone. 8:20 left in the third, 5-0 Rebels. Here they come in. Yeah, shot right on the money. And as he's been doing all night, Rosenau got a body in it, came out, challenged. He's top of the crease. On the shot by Nick Carlson. Another offering here from the right side, this time from a low angle. Deflects out of play, and we'll drop it again here in the Anoka zone. 5-0 Champlin.
Well, Anoka mounted a little bit of pressure. It was diffused by some nice saves, and then coming back, another good look on a 2-on-1 opportunity of Carlson. He couldn't go 5-hole.
Caden Caesar, and a shot right off of the draw. It's won by the Rebels. And it's back of the net here for Champlin Park. That's going to be Nick Carlson right off of the draw, who took the draw and ended up scoring the goal. That makes it 6-0.
Second tally of the game for the sophomore, Nick Carlson. Puts it up at 6-0 here for the Rebels, and for Carlson, that is goal number 5 on the season.
Look at the replay here.
Wow.
Oh, he got
just a piece on the tip
of it. And of course, the question is, was his stick high? Was that off a high stick off of that shot here near side? Of course, no replay here at this level in a regular season game. That would have been close had they reviewed it. Of course, the stick has to be above that 4-foot level up over the crossbar. Looked like his stick was coming down when he made contact with it. On ice officials say it was just fine, so that makes it 6-0. 8:58 time of the goal. Carlson pulled it back. Anderson took the shot. They're going to say that Opskar got a piece of it somehow as well. I don't know how Opskar is going to get an assist on that, because Carlson won the draw, pulled it back to Anderson. Anderson then took the shot. And Carlson then, I think Carlson won the draw, wasn't it? Carlson on the draw.
Yeah, it was Carlson on the draw,
yeah.
Yes.
And he's the one that made contact and tipped it in. So it's now a 6-0 game. That means running time here with under 7 left to go in the third. Another left wing shot. Let's take another look at that goal on the shot from the point. Anderson winds up. They're going to say there's Opskar right there. So it went tick-tick. So it hit 2 sticks on the way. Although that doesn't look like number 14, was it? Oh, no matter.
Yeah, it didn't. It looked like 16, but
16 would make more sense because that's that line. Carlson, right. Peterson, and Paginen. It's possible the officials and referees just got the wrong number, and I'm sure the Rebels will fix that here and get the assist to the proper person. But that was a tough one for any goaltender to make a save on, with that one being shot from the point, and then it hit 2 sticks. It was deflected twice. It was the magic puck. That made it 6-0 here with 6 minutes left to go. Battle for the puck in the Anoka zone. Champlin Park, they've been relentless all night long. Both teams with 2 games left after tonight. Up to the blue line, Williams. He's off on the change. Centering for Ron, comes out of the circle with it. New player on the ice is Opskar. Ron keeps it over to Long. The defenseman dances in below the goal line, now behind the net. Tried to play it back from where he came. They weren't quite on the same page for that play, and Anoka will be called for an icing.
Well, it's the first, if they stick with it, with Carlson getting the goal, is that what they're going to stick with?
Yeah, I guess.
So that would be the first Rebel of the night to come up with 2 goals on a 6-goal performance.
With it. He definitely made contact with it because he's the one who celebrated, and he was the first one to the bench. So
you
know, if you're the player, you know if you made contact with it or not, usually. So Carlson getting that goal, as Joe said, with under 5 now left to go in running time, and a 6-0 third period lead here for Champlin Park. Anoka would like to get that 0 off the board. They need to get the puck moving the other way. Jack Warren dumps it in. Brings it around to the near side, out of the middle of the ice. Mitchulis Stolen away, grabbed by McGee, who skates in. Oh, and a big save by Rosenau. Then off of the rebound, one of the Tornadoes got a piece of it out in front. Back to the point, Bellison. Bellison into the corner and down low, working at McGee. The McGee new and Opskar line seeing some extended minutes here in this third period. Opskar going to be called for a hand pass. Knocked it down. And that'll bring the faceoff outside of the Anoka zone with under 4 now left to go here in the third.
So we mentioned quarterfinal play happening.
Little basketball. Let's go inside where it's nice and toasty.
Yeah, that's right.
At the Coon Rapids High School field house.
Hey, Anoka had a close game last night with Andover. Just a slight win. Anoka led at halftime.
Here right off of the draw, Anoka gets a shot on net. Tornadoes had 2 shots on net in the first period, 5 in the second. They get one there right off of the draw, and they save by Evan Whipple. But you can be a challenge sometimes when you're a goaltender and not seeing a lot of action to keep focused and keep your head in the game all game long when something happens like that quickly off of the draw. Whipple did a nice job staying alert, made the save. Meanwhile, Champlin Park goes right back to work, back behind the Anoka net, trying to walk out in front. Peterson up the wall and not out. Back here with the Tornadoes, Danny Palmquist, another one of the team captains, a senior with 5 points on the season. Coming away with the puck is Carlson. Up the far side. Oh, backside feed, and the shot right on the money, Bellison, and it's into the glove of Rosenau. Rosenau read that cross-ice pass perfectly, and the glove was ready as the draw will be in the Tornado zone.
Well, it appears the Andover Husky girls picked up a 14-1 win tonight over Northern Tier. They advance to the semifinals.
Northern Tier, is that St. Francis and North Branch?
Correct.
Defensive zone faceoff. Anoka after it in the corner. Trevor Lang, Joshua Grasky, not yet with possession. Forcing his way along the end wall, causing problems is McGee here for Champlin Park. That number 4 line. New as a senior, Opskar and McGee are each juniors, and that puck is tangled up along the wall. Player went down. And the officials will get in there, make sure there's no extracurricular activities. Evan Long was actually on top of the puck, and they whistled it down, so the faceoff will be here in the Anoka zone.
Well, I'm sure the Rebels are happy to snap this 3-game losing streak and get that mojo flow going here for the final 2 games as they head to sections.
Cleared out by the Tornadoes. Back to Long. Long finds New. The New line has been out here. Nice long shift for them. Cade Simonson near side point off a leg. Back into the corner, under a minute left to go here in the game. Simonson banks it back up ahead. In comes Opskar. Oh, Opskar hammered by Ficasello, then the shot on net. Rosenau makes the save. Slow to get up is Opskar. He's shaking out the cobwebs and making sure he goes back to the right bench after that hit. As we're going to get a penalty here against Anoka. With 30 seconds left to go, clock will continue to run here. Was it on that hit? Are they going to call interference? I didn't see the signal by a referee.
Yep, and I don't even think they'll drop the puck here anymore in this third period. But it was certainly a hard shot absorbed by the Rebels player.
Yeah, Ryan Opskar was the initial player that was hit, and then we just had a camera shot on somebody else on the bench who might have been involved in a different hit that we didn't see. And no drop of the puck here, and it's a Champlin Park win. So a 6-0 running time victory here tonight for Champlin Park, and they've now matched their win total from a year ago, picking up their 15th win of the season, going into their final 2 games of the year. And Anoka falling to 3-19 going into their final 2 games of the year here in the 2022-2023 season, Joe.
Well, and you know, hey, there was a chance here for the team to get back on track after a tough loss against Duluth East. They responded well, jumped up early with a 2-0 lead. Scored 3 more in that second period. And then went to 6-0 here in the third to pick up their record to 15-8, snap a 3-game losing streak. But the key thing was, of those 6 goals, 5 were scored by different Rebel players, 5 different Rebel players, which helps as you try to deepen the strength of each of those lines, because you need at least 2 good lines when it comes to section play, 3 ideally.
Bellison, Solomon, Anderson, Williams, and then Carlson twice, the last 2 goals in the game scored to make it 6-0. 2 goals in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. Evan Williams, according to our YouTube poll on our YouTube channel during the game, Evan Williams was voted as our player of the game here tonight. Old number 8, he was involved all night long, had 1 goal, and participated in the power play, their penalty kill. He's a kind of do-it-all player here for the Rebels.
He was, and of course he probably had some of that juice left over from that Duluth East game where he tallied 5 goals. So congrats there. Congrats to the Rebels on the big win.
That had to be some kind of a Champlin Park record.
That had to have
been. Rebels had more than 5 goals in the history of Champlin Park High School. That would be an interesting tidbit to know.
That is. We're going to send our research crew on it.
Yeah.
Have it for the recap.
Next time we have the Rebels back, we can talk about that big game against Duluth East and a 6-0 win here for the Rebels over the Tornadoes. Next up for Anoka, they host Northern Edge on Saturday, and then they've got a makeup game with Roseville on Monday at the Roseville Ice Arena. That Northern Edge game on Saturday will be senior night. They were talking about that already, and it's actually an afternoon game at 3 o'clock coming up on Saturday. For Champlin Park, they get a couple of home games here. Gentry Academy on Thursday of next week. Mounds View on Saturday, a week from this Saturday. And then, of course, both teams then moving on to their respective section playoffs. Thank you, Joe. Good working with you again tonight.
You as well, Jim.
Thank you to our quick-moving camera 1, camera 2 up here in the booth, everybody in the truck. For Joe Rulin, I'm Jim Erickson. Again, your final here tonight from Anoka. Champlin Park 6 and Anoka nothing. You've been watching high school boys hockey on QCTV Sports.